Hey guys, back with another video, and on Friday the World Cup draw came out, which was pretty exciting. And I know I didn't make a video on that Friday, and I didn't make any videos on the weekend because I usually don't post on the weekend, but I'm gonna do it today, going over each group, maybe make some of my predictions about what will happen in the groups. But let's go over each group, see what I think will happen, and like what each group looks like. So we're gonna start from Group A to Group H. In Group A, we have the host Qatar, we have Ecuador, we have Senegal, and we have the Netherlands. Probably one of those interesting ones, because we got Qatar, we got Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. So pretty exciting one. We're gonna go to Group B. We have England. We have Iran, we have the U.S., hopefully the U.S. will do good, maybe out of the group, and then we have Wales, who will play Scotland or Ukraine, because that game got postponed. So that game, I hope USA make it out, but let's see. Group C, another pretty interesting one, we have Argentina, we have Saudi Arabia, we have Mexico, and we have Poland. Another interesting one. Mexico or Poland, and Argentina will probably top it. Then Group D, we have France, we have Peru, then Peru versus Australia, then it's gonna be France, then Peru, or Australia or UAE. But France, World Cup, last World Cup winners, haven't done so great though after. Then we got Denmark, and then we got Tunisia. Fun fact: if Australia or Peru do make it, then that's gonna be France, Denmark, and Peru, or Australia back in. Because France, Peru, and Australia and Denmark were in that World Cup group, so pretty funny. Then we go to Group E. We have Spain, we have Costa Rica or New Zealand, because that game also has to play. And then we have Germany, then we have Japan. That's probably the most likely group of death, because you have two powerhouses. Then we go to Group F, another interesting one. We have Belgium, we have Canada in their first World Cup since 1986. We have Morocco, and then we have Croatia. Pretty interesting one. Then we have Group G. We have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Another one. Brazil, Serbia, and Switzerland were in the same World Cup last time. It was only Costa Rica also with them. Then we have Cameroon, though. And then the final group, we have Group H. We have Portugal, we have Ghana, we have Uruguay, we have South Korea, and they're a pretty interesting one. So, reviewing all of these, what is probably the most interesting one? If I were to say, I am really excited about Group F. Group F, that's a really exciting one. Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. I know like Canada and Morocco, but I think that actually is really good. I think that's a really good group, and I'm really excited to see who will like come out on top, because Belgium is probably the most one, but for the second spot, it's gonna be close. Other ones are Group B with US, Iran, England. Will England make it out? Who knows? Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine also will be pretty exciting. Also Group E. Spain, Costa Rica, or New Zealand, and then Germany and Japan. That's also a pretty exciting one. And also Group H. I also think that's pretty exciting. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Also pretty exciting. But now I'm going to be making my predictions for each group. We're going to be starting from fourth to first. Fourth place in Group A is going to be Qatar, because Ecuador have done really well. I do think they'll finish third. But Qatar, the real reason is because of money, but I also because they're the host. But I just don't see them competing well. Maybe finishing third, but I don't see them getting through the knockouts. So fourth place for Qatar. Third place goes to Ecuador. I don't think they're going to make it through, but I do think they'll be better than Qatar. Then second place goes to Senegal. I think Senegal really well. They almost didn't make it to the World Cup though. They beat Egypt on penalties. So. Maybe they'll finish the first. Who knows? But I'm gonna go Netherlands first. So yeah. And Group B, I got Iran fourth, because Iran. I mean, they're not big. They finished ahead of Morocco last World Cup, but I just don't see them getting through. Group third. I'm gonna go Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. I know this might be because I'm from the U.S. and I might be a bit biased towards them, but I think the U.S. they have an exciting side coming forward. I think they'll show what they're capable of. I mean, you got some really young players in there, and I think they will show that they are a good team. Past the round 16, though, I don't really see it. But Wales, Scotland, and Ukraine are all very good sides, so it's going to be really hard. So I'm going to go Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine, going to be third, USA second, and England first. I don't see USA beating England because England is really good, but hopefully a miracle will come happen. But I think that's where I'm going to go. And again, I might be a bit biased, but that's just me. So Group C, I'm going to go with Saudi Arabia fourth. I think it's pretty obvious. The chances of them getting out of this group is going to be really hard. But the third place spot, that's actually going to be really exciting. It's either going to be Mexico or Poland. And if I'm actually being honest, and what I was very thinking about this, I'm going to go Mexico third. Like, that team is very good. I like, it's probably one of the worst Mexican teams in a while. But they lost to some bad teams. They lost to USA twice. Yes, they lost to Canada in the qualifiers. Finished second behind Panama. I know they tied with Canada, but Canada lost their final 2 games, and they deserved it more. So, Mexico, I don't think they're going to make it through. I think Poland's going to get the second place. They knocked out Sweden. I'm very upset that Sweden didn't make it through because I like Sweden a bit. So, a little annoyed. But Poland, I think they still got Layla. I do think they'll do good. Maybe not as good, but let's see how they do. Let's give them a shot, Poland. And I think they're going to be finishing second in the group. And then Argentina's going to finish first. That you never know. Argentina get groups, but I'm going to go Argentina first. I'm not 100% sure about that. Even that's a bit of a shake because I'm not 100% sure. Now we go into Group D. I got Tunisia fourth. Now I was really close between Peru and Australia also because I don't think the chance of UAE beating Australia is going to be really low, and even getting to the World Cup beating Peru is going to be really low too. So I'm going to say Tunisia finishes fourth. They were in the World Cup last time. They finished third, but they finished ahead of Panama. So finishing ahead of Panama, so I don't care. And then third place, I'm going to go Peru, Australia, or UAE. If UAE did make it in, then I would put them fourth, but I don't see them getting through. I think Peru and Australia are probably better than Tunisia, so that's why I'm putting Peru or Australia third. Then second's going to be Denmark. They did pretty good last time in the World Cup. Hit 2016, lost on penalties to finalist Croatia. Maybe this is the bit. I don't know. They could finish out of France, who are in bad form. But France won the World Cup last time, so I think they're going to be a bit fired up. So I'm not sure. And then France are going to top it off because they won the World Cup last time. Although they're not on such good form, I'm going to put them first. Now we go into Group E. I think this is maybe a bit of an obvious one. I'm going to go Costa Rica or New Zealand fourth. New Zealand, the chances of them beating Costa Rica are going to be pretty low. They played them, actually, in 2018. They lost 2-0 on aggregate in that game. Do I see them making it through? No. I'm really sad that they beat Solomon Islands 5-0. If you haven't seen my video about Solomon Islands, watch the video about Solomon Islands, but they did beat Solomon Islands 5-0, which I'm a little upset of. But I don't see them getting through Japan or Germany or Spain. So I think it's going to be Costa Rica finish fourth, but I'm not 100% sure. So Japan then finishes third. Maybe some Japanese will think they could beat them, but them beating Spain and Germany is going to be really hard. So Japan third. Second's going to go to Germany. I know that actually might be a bit shocking, but they did finish. But did they finish bottom of their last group? I'm not sure if they finished third or bottom. I think they finished bottom of their last group in 2018, but they did win in 2014. But I do think that Spain side is going to be really good. I do think that Spain side is very good. But I'm not 100% sure because this is a really hard one. Then Spain First, because I do think they're very good. Then we go into Group F. I think this is probably maybe the most challenging one. Actually, probably maybe someone else, but I think Group F is another challenging one because Canada's doing really good. Morocco's doing... They did beat Congo convincingly, but it's definitely hard. And then you got Croatia and Belgium. You don't know where Croatia or Belgium are, so I think it is an exciting one. For fourth, I'm going to go with Canada. You know, actually, it's good. It's really close between Canada and Morocco because I both think that they're both good sides. Morocco was in the World Cup last time. Canada wasn't. Canada has been in the World Cup since 1986. Morocco wasn't last time. I do think that Canada side is good, but better than Morocco. Let me know what you think. I'm going to put Canada 4th for now, Morocco 3rd for now, because I think Morocco has spent more experience in there. I didn't know it more, but also they did just lose Ziyech. You know, I'm going to change it. Why not? Morocco 4th, Canada 3rd. But it's not confirmed. I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks. It's Morocco 4th, Canada 3rd, Canada 4th, Morocco 3rd. I don't care. Croatia 2nd because they're good, but they definitely got fallen off since 2018 World Cup. I wonder what we're going to see from them this World Cup, but I don't think they're going to be as good. I'm just sorry. And first, I'm going to go Belgium. Could be the Belgium's golden generation last chance to get a trophy, because all of them are probably now getting into their 30s or even in their 30s. So, Belgium first, though. Now we go into two more groups, the final two groups. Group G. I'm going to be going Cameroon last. Cameroon, they got put in a really hard group, and the chances of them coming out, it's really hard. They barely even made it through. I think they won overtime, I think, against, what was it again? Nigeria. No, it wasn't Nigeria. That was Ghana. I'm not sure, but I just don't see them getting out of this group. Third, I'm going to go Serbia. They got really lucky getting into the World Cup. Really lucky, but I just don't see them getting out against Switzerland. Switzerland have been on fire. They fished out of Italy, who won the Euros. So I'm going to be going with Serbia. I'm going to be going with Switzerland 2nd and Serbia 3rd. And then Brazil first. I like Brazil. I'm a bit of Brazilian, actually. And Brazil, I've been really dominant. So, yeah, Brazil. And then the final group. For fourth, I'm going to go with Ghana. Now, this might actually be a bit of a surprise, because South Korea and Ghana will probably finish 4th or 3rd. I'm going to go Ghana. They got in very lucky. They got thrown away goals against Nigeria. So, yeah, and the team's not that great. I mean, they have Thomas Partey, but most of that team is really aging, so I'm going to go with Ghana 4th. Now, for South Korea, I'm going to put them 3rd. I think that team's good. They have Heung-min Son, who's very good. They finished 2nd in their group. They bottled it on the final day, though. They could have won against UAE and finished ahead of Iran, but instead they lost against UAE 1-0 and finished 2nd. I like South Korea, I really do. I think they're a very good team, but I'm going to go with 3rd because I'm going to say Uruguay is going to finish 2nd and Portugal's going to finish 1st. I know Uruguay beat Portugal 2-1 in the round 16 at 2018, but I do think that Portugal's side is very good, and it could be Ronaldo's last chance again. It could be Ronaldo's last chance. He's going to be at 37. The next chance he would get would be in 2024 when he's 39. Like, this is probably his last chance at the World Cup. If he doesn't win it this year, then he's not going to win it, because in 2026 he would be 41. Probably not playing. Maybe he would, but but I think it's his last chance. So now, that's all my groups. What do you guys think of my group stage? Did you not like them? Did you like them? Are you excited about the World Cup? Do you think the group stage is good? Leave all your comments below. Like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.